pain, no gain.
Failure is forever. You know, accept the pain now, and you know, have that, because you know, one of the main driving forces of being out here with these injuries is the fear of failure. Like, do I want to fail? No. So I have to put up with it. I have to accept that, you know, there's a kind of a balance between risk and recklessness. Obviously, there's risk coming into this jungle or rainforest, and then there's obviously recklessness with my cut in my hand, in terms of like, not how it happened necessarily, but like more about how staying out here. You know, in any doctor's advice, I should have gone home. I should never come back out, and that's obviously reckless. But at the moment, it's still just about fine. It's not gone into full-on danger mode. Yeah. I don't think, but it's very much treading the line. It's on the cusp of danger. Like, it's reckless, but it's not like, because obviously we know what's happening. Yeah. But like, it's not at a point where it's like clear danger to my hand permanently in any sense.
So we had a conversation yesterday saying that the only thing that might make you bow out early is the hand.
Yeah, the hand is the only thing.
Have you woken up today feeling a little bit differently from what you were saying yesterday?
I don't know, we can have a look. I'll put a plaster on it, because instead of having a whole bandage, so I feel like the bandage and that surgical glove, the bandage and the surgical glove were just like keeping it moist, which is a big mistake. Let's just take this off. So as you can see, that's what it looks like at the moment. Doesn't look too good. We have to kind of take it as we go. The doctors said that, let's say if I was in a normal environment, in like a city or just a town or anywhere that wasn't outside in the wild, it would take 10 days until you can take the stitches out. So that means 10 days, and it should be completely healed essentially. Yeah. It'll be completely closed up, completely healed. 10 days. It's been eight days now since the stitches were put in. Because I did originally have the glue stitches, but they went out by the next day. That had split apart. So then obviously the next day they put in these stitches. And then it's been 8 days, and they say within 10 days you should be able to take the stitches out. As you can see, it's nowhere near ready. No. It might as well be the day after the injury. That's how bad it looks. I don't know, what's your thoughts on this situation on my hand?
Having seen it now, I think it's not looking great. You can still see the wound big time. Yeah. Now that the super glue's gone. But I know you as a character. As you were saying yesterday, if that was me, you would have told me to. You would have got me out of here. Oh,
definitely. I'll definitely take you pretty much straight out of here if that was your hand. But it's kind of different when it's your own hand. You kind of have that.
And I've tried to tell you that I think it's time for you to go. Yeah. But in a way, you're your own person, and you're not really. Yeah. Do I need to be a little bit more assertive with you? I've tried. Yeah. You know, I don't know what else I can do to try and convince you to say, you know, your hand's not looking great, Dan. Yeah. But you know, you've always been a determined individual. Yeah. So for me to try and convince you otherwise, there will be a time when it will just snap, and you'll be like, right, it's time to go.
Yeah. If let's say this hasn't healed in, like, remember what we said last night. If this hasn't healed in 4 days' time, if it hasn't seen progress in 4 days' time, what's your thoughts, and what would you do?
I would go. Yeah. My personal thoughts, I would go now, but if you can get to 4 days' time, you know, and it hasn't healed. Yeah. I would leave at that point. You know, try and get home most probably, to try and get the best medical advice we can get. Yeah. And for it to be in an environment that your body is naturally used to. Yeah. To then get it to recover, and then you've got a bit of time before you obviously need to go back to work and stuff like that. And for your body to take in calories, take in nutrients. Yeah. vitamins to then recover, man. Because at the moment,
it's the nutrients and vitamins, isn't it?
Your body, as tough as it may be, is very fragile.
Exactly. It's at its weakest. It's going to be at its weakest it's ever been. Other than, let's say, when you're sick.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously when it's super weak. But it's at its weakest it's ever been.
Yeah. Because,
I've seen a lot of days without food.
Your body's not recovering from it. Like your foot.
Yeah.
Back home, it would be such a minor injury.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to go to the doctors about it. You wouldn't have to do anything. You'd cover it up in a sock, plaster. You'd be all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But because we're out here, it looks like it's got the potential that it could be the start of something
bad. Yeah. Exactly. Get infected. Because like at the end of the day, the foot is what is hitting the dirt the most.
Yeah.
It's hitting the dirt and the moisture the most. Because it's your foot at the end of the day. Bottom of your foot is always going to have the worst.
Pounding.
Yeah.
Against rocks, like when we were down in the stream yesterday.
Yeah. So obviously on the way out sometimes. Yeah.
So for your foot, mate, I'd want to give your foot a few more days to recover before we even tackle that road out of it.
Yeah.
So my plan. It is to see it out until Saturday.
Yeah.
Which gives you the 4 days. Which gives you longer than the 10 days that you should have had your stitches in.
Yeah.
If at that point it's still bad, I think we should pull the plug. And
potentially pull the plug. This is like definitely.
Be stupid to stay out there.
Yeah. Because I think things like hunger, what's going on, but things like this, we don't know what's going on under the surface. There's known knowns, and there's unknown knowns.
Yeah.
And essentially. We're not medics, we're not doctors in any sense of the word. We don't have any support team with us to give us advice. Like, I don't know what that's meant to be. When I smell it, it doesn't smell good at all. It smells bad. Like, if I was to say anything, I've never smelt it in my life before, but I'd imagine it's not far off, like, rotting flesh.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's not far off that. I've never smelt it or decaying.
That's what I thought yesterday.
If you want to give it a smell.
I smelled it yesterday.
Give it a smell. It smells like rotting flesh, if anything. Like, I've never smelled it, but, it's not good. But, that's the thing. We don't have anyone to kind of tell us, I don't know the consequences of being out here longer. I can still move my hands, but, like, my kind of like appendages, my fingers. But, I don't know. I don't have the knowledge to know what risks are involved by staying out here longer, and then going home in like whatever amount of days, or leaving now. What's the difference from then and now? Because we don't have that kind of medical advice. We don't have that knowledge. There's no way to know. We don't have any internet connection to use a bit of Google or some Yahoo answers. We don't have anything like that at all. So it's just like it's a massive unknown. But this is like.